He wouldn't be afraid to show his feminine side, if he had one. His mother has a tattoo that reads, Son. At museums, he's allowed to touch the art. He is the most interesting man in the world.
I want to start a family. I want to have a family. I said, with who? Then I heard from him. He said, Christina. I said, oh, I thought, she was just out. I had to wipe her out of my heart. I really did. And I said, and the way he spoke about it, it was very mature. And I said, oh, you're growing up. And he said, Mom, I'm 30. And I said to myself, what? That's serious? Ever happened?
Oh my goodness.
Are we about to do a cooking show? Do I got cooking stuff in my head? This is for you. Alright, so today we're going to make McDonald's chicken nuggets. Now, I took this just from Google, right? And it's a wet recipe. I don't know if I wanted a wet recipe. I think what I wanted was an egg and then a dry batter so that it's not goopy, but whatever, we're gonna do it this way because it's awesome. So, first we started off with some chicken breast, right? Chicken breast. This was thin because my butcher is weird and I don't usually go to a butcher, but I was feeling super fancy. So I sliced it thin and I didn't know what else to do with it. So we're gonna take our chicken breast and we're gonna put it in the food processor because that's the dopest way to make ground chicken, because somebody told me about it and it made me feel really fancy. So I like being fancy, feel me? So I don't like touching chicken, so I use tongs because I'm a non-chicken toucher person. So I'm scooping my chicken in here. Are you getting me over here? You should be getting me over here. I feel like you're just getting shoulder and butt. Shoulder and butt. Shoulder
Stop shaking
butt.
it.
I'm just saying, I'm trying to do chicken. She's trying to get shoulder and butt. I don't like it. Alright, so I scooped all of my chicken inside of my chopper, right? Call it chopper. All the rappers talk about choppers and they're talking about guns, and I talk about my chopper. I'll be talking about my chicken. I'll be like, I'll pull out my chopper. You know what I mean? So then I stand like this with one leg forward and I push on the button and just... So what you don't know what I did was, I pulled out some paprika, I pulled out some garlic powder, I pulled out some black pepper and some onion and the good old salt, right? And I guess I should have gone back and showed you the whole recipe. So this is the recipe that oh, it's all backwards. It's all backwards. You can't read that. Please read it. Read it this way. Read it this way and then flip it that way. That'll be the way to do it. So what we have is we got 1 cup of flour. We got 2 eggs, right? We got 1.5 cups of cornstarch. Cornstarch is good because it makes it extra crispy, right? We got 1 cup of water, and then we got seasoning for the chicken. So it was like onion powder, black pepper, salt. That was about it. So then you grind up the chicken, right? You season it. And then what we're going to do is we take some of the cornstarch. We'll put the cornstarch in here. Half of the cornstarch, right? Half of the cornstarch by itself. And after we chop all this up, we're going to dip some chicken in the cornstarch, right? And guess what? This is like one of those cooking shows where I just go to a secret place. Boom! Dipped chicken, right? So this is my dipped chicken, and I just like dipped it in some cornstarch. And then I put it in the freezer so that it got nice and hard, right? After I did that, I made another mixture that was the flour, 2 eggs, a cup of water, and cornstarch, right? So I mixed all that together. Cornstarch, flour, some water, and 2 eggs, right? And it made it like gooey, so it's got to be really thick like a glue. Do you know what glue is? Glue. Just glue. Alright, so we got all that chopped up, right? Completely ground up chicken. Ground up chicken. And we took it in the cornstarch and we froze it, right? So it's nice and hard. Boom. And what I did was, then I dip it in this delicious wet batter. But remember, it's got to be super thick or else it's just like falling all over the place. So I got this thick chicken goo stuff. We'll call it goo because I like goo. I like the word goo. It makes me happy. Goo. And all I did was I just plopped it right down there. And look at it. So thick. Right? So I dropped it right there. And then I put it in the freezer. And boom. You know what it looks like? It looks like one of those Girl Scout cookies. Like the, yeah. And so I got my oil hot, right? Like it was vegetable oil is what I used. And I'm going to dip these things in there. Just enough vegetable oil to sit over it. And we're going to see what it looks like. Did you hear that? Oh, that sizzled. So we're just going to take our little nuggies. That's what I like to call them. Registered trademark. Nuggies. John's Nuggies. John loves the nuggies. And so that's what we're doing, right? And then they're going to sizzle, pop, and hopefully turn into a McDonald's chicken nugget. And I'll let you know what happens after it sizzles. Oh my goodness. Hey guys. Come here. Come here. These are our nuggets. They came out so smooth and deliciously. Look at this one. It's got all of the ripples and stuff in it that it should have. Oh my goodness. Old McDonald had a chicken McNugget. You feel me?
Hi guys.
Hey guys, so today we're going to be making Nana's apple cake. Alright, so we have our apples here. We're going to need 2 large eggs and just this cake mix. So you want to open this up, PJ?
Call me Woody.
Okay, Woody.
Let's open your present.
Yeah.
It's not a present. I want to see you.
Alright, we're going to cut the apples next instead. So 2 seconds later, we magically cut up our apples into these very fine pieces. Nice job, Peter.
I bought Buzz. No.
There you go. So now we are going to put them in our bowl. We'll do one cup. Put this in for you and you can put it in, okay?
In the bowl?
Yep.
Look at that thing. That looks awesome.
Alrighty, so we're back and the
We're about
muffins.
to put them in the oven.
Yep, and the muffin tins have been filled up. We're gonna preheat the oven to 350 degrees, and we're gonna put them in for 45 to 55 minutes. So
That is true.
let's go do that.
Hey guys, we just baked the apple muffins and we're about to smell it, taste it.
High five. Good, great job on that. All right,
Let's smell it.
Let's smell it first. It smells very cinnamony and delicious. I like the way that it looks on top. It kind of looks like we added a buttload of sugar. And then you cook it and it makes like those bubbles. But let's try it.
That was
Alright, so
I'm gonna taste it. Oh my god, it's so
really good.
Oh my god.
that tastes really good. I like that.
I want to bake more often. Bye.
Bye, guys.
William Liana, out!
His small talk has altered foreign policy. He once ran a marathon because it was on his way. Sasquatch has taken a photograph of him. He is the most interesting man in the world.
All right, so we all know you. You're Liana, right? Who are you?
Sophia,
But who are you, though? Like, why are you here? Who are you?
your child.
Okay, cool. So, how long have you been our child?
A long time.
All right, a long time. That wasn't really an amount of time, but
8
fine.
years.
Close to 8 years?
Close to 8 years.
All right, cool. So in that time, you come over, Liana comes over. What is the best memory that you have of me?
There's a lot.
Aww.
When you wake us up and you come in the room and start dancing crazy, that's funny.
Okay,
Oh, yeah,
all
that
right.
was funny when
Dancing
you did that on my
crazy.
birthday. Again!
That's amazing. That's
Okay.
amazing.
What's the worst thing? So I'm just amazing all around?
Yeah.
Listen, I'm with it. I've always thought it, but like people always are just like, "Oh, you're full of yourself." I'm like, no, I'm pretty dope. And confirmation. Anything else you want to say? All right, and one last, hey girl, hey.
Hey girl, hey!
Hey girl, hey.
So it is my brother-in-law's birthday, and I decided to make a special PowerPoint showing how much I care about and appreciate him. A birthday tribute. People I would choose to replace my brother-in-law. Absolutely no one, because he is the greatest. Oh shoot. Dang it. Happy birthday.
Hey, what's up?
What's that?
So tell everybody what your name is.
BJ, I heard there's like an interview.
Yeah, this is an interview.
Hi.
But what's your name?
Parker Jonathan.
Parker Jonathan Kissantana. What's your dad's name?
John Kissantana.
All right, cool.
John
So
Jonathan Kissantana?
sure, John Jonathan. That sounds good. My first name's John. My middle name's Jonathan. That works with me. All right, so tell me, if you had to tell somebody who doesn't know your dad, right? Something about your dad that you would want them to know, what would you tell them?
He's funny.
He's funny?
Yeah,
Like how?
he makes like lots of cool jokes.
Cool jokes?
Yeah.
Nice. Like cool jokes, huh?
Yeah, like, what did he do?
Oh, jokes like that?
Yeah.
Oh, that is a cool joke. All right, so what is the worst thing your dad does? Work? Why is that the worst?
I miss him.
Oh, whoa. But we gotta get that paper, right? We gotta get that moolah.
Yeah.
That money. All right, so this is gonna be the end of your gosh. This is gonna be the end of your interview.
No, wait, can I say something?
Of course you can say anything you want.
When I got a haircut,
Oh wait, you gotta pull it up so that they can see it though. No, you gotta pull the hair up. Ooh,
When I got a
ooh, lightning. Sorry, go
when
ahead.
I got a haircut, the dude put water on me, and then I said, "Mom, it's raining inside."
Oh, that's hilarious. That is a cool joke. All right, say bye to everybody.
Bye.
So we're coming up on the 40th anniversary of your greatest accomplishment, and I decided to do a mockumentary on the most interesting person that I know, me. So I'm gonna make some videos, and this is like a prequel, so they get excited. So this got to be like a juicy clip. What do you want to tell the people about Jonathan Gets Better?
I want to tell the people about Jonathan Gets Some Tenor. How we had a dog named Fido. Fido would bury bones. Jonathan would bury G.I. Joes.
I did.
And I had to dig them up, throw away the bones, find his G.I. Joes, put it in a box. And amazing, you still have it. But it all paid off. I got my first free haircut.
Yes. Is that the first time I cut your hair?
Yeah.
I don't know. Hi, Leanna.
Hi.
All right, so 40 for 40.
If he were to mispronounce your name, you'd feel compelled to change it. Therapists open up to him. He skips the first date. He is the most interesting man in the world.
I just wanted to say again, Mr. Erickson, that I really appreciate this opportunity. The second interview, I can really feel something, and I did get the personal and professional reference that you asked me for. It is a former coworker / I guess you got to call him a friend now, since you've been through the trenches together. You know, when you go through things, and it really shows you what type of person. Karen knows Jonathan. Okay. If you're wondering what type of person Jonathan is, Karen's going to tell you, okay? Whatever she tells you, you can take it to the bank, okay? Bank, deposit, take it, okay? You can take it to the bank. Her word is her bond. Not to sound too hip-hop-ish, but her word is her bond. And I'm just really excited to really start working together, because I really believe we can change the world. Mr. Erickson, again, thank you so much. I'm just going to connect you to Karen, and I really look forward to hearing from you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Yeah, sure. I'm happy to help. 5 words to describe him. I would say caring, thoughtful, compassionate, creative. I mean, he's a man of God. He's fervent, hardworking. I mean, he's the kind of guy who would give you the shirt off his back if he knew that you needed it. You know, it's not about the money for Joe. You know, it's about helping people, making people laugh, making them feel good about themselves. You know, Joe likes to get people out of a bad situation and make them see the positive in it. Maybe making a video or just doing something silly. He's not worried about how he looks, you know. It's not about Joe. It's about how you feel. And when he walks away, he wants you to feel like you're the best person, you know. And he's one of a kind. He's one of a kind. You don't see many people like Joe anymore. And you know, he's irreplaceable. You know, I'm grateful that he came into my life when and how he did. I would say that, you know, whatever it is that you're looking for him for, he's the best choice. You know, you won't regret hiring Joe Instateller. I mean, I'm sorry, what? Who? John? Oh, John Gissentenner. Yeah. I mean, he's not a bad choice, you know. Go for it. See how it goes.
I remember back when we were in high school, about 98, 99, and we was all playing Tekken at the house. And John came through at the church. He had on like a Zorro type outfit. It had ruffles that came down the front. It looked like something a figure skater would wear. You know what I'm saying? So we were playing games, listening to music, you know. It was a nice environment.
This bores me. Is anyone up for a game of basketball? How about you and your friends versus me and the revolution?
It was dying. We were laughing. But he was dead serious. So he was like, meet us at his crib and we go play a game of basketball. He was like, alright. So he got to the crib and came out. He was wearing the same clothes that he was wearing at church. It was wild. And I was like, I know they ain't think about playing ball in that. But they were. I said, hey, you know what? You gonna go with this? The shirts versus blouses. And when I said that, this look came on his face. The ice grilled me. And I'm looking back at him thinking to myself, you know, what are you mad at? I mean, you know where you got that shirt from. And it was the men's department. I mean, I kind of learned something that day. Never judge a book by its cover. Cat the ball, man.
Myself, my name is Ho. H to the O-V. I used to move snowflakes by the OC. I guess even back then you can call me CEO of the ROC. Ho, fresh out the frying pan into the fire. I be the music biz #1 supplier. Fly it in a piece of paper, bearing my name. Got the hottest chick in the game, wearing my chain. That's right, ho. Not DOC, but similar to the letters. No one could do it better. Shoot it!
Run a play. Computer blue. Darling Pickett.
Let me tell you dudes what I do to protect us. Shoot at you actors like movie directors.
John was incredible. I mean, it wasn't even close. It was a landslide victory. I was there. I seen it. You don't believe me? You think I'm making it up? You think I'm trying to, enhance the story because I'm involved? I'm trying to give myself an excuse for losing? Come tell a story about John? I dare to challenge John to game basketball 1-on-1. Challenge him! Now, before I finish, let me just and make sure your people is there to see the game. Because you might get in battles. Trust me. It was all over. Took us in the house and made pancakes.
Well, I gotta admit, it's a good game. I wish I could say the same for you and the crew of flunkies. You guys want some grapes?
God can judge me, so I'm gone. Either love me or leave me alone.
So I really have the honor of talking about this wonderful young man, Jonathan, who I happen to share the same parents and have brothers and sisters with. And there's just a lot we could say about it, but the first thing I want to say is that as a young man, he's always been money motivated. And one example that reminds me of that is how I used to have to pay him every time he would come down to Florida to visit to behave. Because Jonathan was one of those people that would rub you the wrong way if you didn't know him. And I remember just saying, if you're gonna be good, I'd buy you this. And I mean, gifts like a Sony camcorder or just money or back then DVDs and all those kind of, strange things. But he was always money motivated. He was a leader. Like, Jonathan is 100% a leader. He can lead people down the path we want them to go. I remember this one time we were in New York and we had a friend named Lionel, and Jonathan had got tired of hearing him talk and basically told Lionel that if you want to talk, clap your hands. And Lionel was a grown man sitting in the back of the car, and Jonathan was driving really fast, and Jonathan was looking like he was gonna run the red light, and all of a sudden you hear in the back, and that's Lionel clapping, going, red light, red light. That's the kind of leader this kid was. and is, I think about the time he would talk to people about their health. Our brother Keith, who the Lord called home, he came down to Florida one time and gave Keith something special to take, and Keith took it not knowing any better, but he knew Jonathan would not lead him the wrong way, and Keith was starting to feel crazy and all kinds of things. And later Jonathan said, I gave you this, and Keith was like, what? You gave me what? He said, but that's the influence that Jonathan has always had on people. And so when you think about those things, his money motivation and his leadership and his health and all of those things, it's a wonder that he haven't received rewards or the key to the city or all of those accolades that people would normally receive. Cause, well, yeah, no, I ain't got much to say about it. Look, it's just 40-40. We're trying to all do something nice because, you know, he's not really self-motivated. He's not really inspiring. He's, you know, moderately looking, and I've always told his wife if she ever gets tired of him, she could move to the better brother, you know, those kind of things. But this is not the time to talk about those things. It's really just for me to say, listen, he's the best brother I could ever ask for. He's pretty cool. He's pretty smart most of the time. He has, you know, encouraged his son and his daughter to be the best kids in the entire universe. His wife loves him. I still don't know why. But my parents think he's all right. My sister and brothers, you know, we have a debate about whether or not he's the best brother, good brother, or right brother. But real talk, for me, he's probably one of the best ones anybody could ask for. I'm happy to share in this momentous occasion of him turning 40, and all that lets us know is that for 40 years we've had to put up with this crap, and we've probably got another 40 years to go. Happy birthday, little brother. I love you no matter what Serena says, and don't tell her, but you're one of my favorite, actually, you're my favorite brother turning 40 this month. Love you, man.
He is the life of parties he has never attended. If he were to punch you in the face, you would have to fight off the strong urge to thank him. Sharks have a week dedicated to him. He is the most interesting man in the world.
Oh yeah, I remember the first time we met. Man, what was it? Had to be summer of 1967? Crazy times. Oh, Jonathan. Oh. Yeah, no. I remember. The first time was summer camp. Had to be somewhere around the summer of 2000, right? Somewhere in there. Man. Crazy times. So yeah, anyway, we were both camp counselors, right? I had the kindergartners, right? The little ones, and John had the older kids, like the 6th graders, I think. So, you know, that whole situation was already too cool for me and the younger kids. So we never really crossed paths during a typical camp day. Until that fateful day, man, when the older kids were playing running bases between some of the biggest and oldest trees that those campgrounds had to offer. You see, I didn't know this at the time, but would come to learn, you know, John's a bit competitive. Especially when it comes to beating, you know, 12-year-olds at camp games. So he was showing these kids what's what. Right up until he Sasquatched one of those big old trees and broke his nose. Sasquatched. Yeah. Like, well, where's the camera? Here? Okay. So, like, you know how Sasquatch, like in the pictures, they're always, like, blurry with Sass in the background with, like, one leg arm, like, one leg out, like that. Yeah. That's what he looked like, right? But like, his face hit the tree. You know? Yeah. I just remember thinking to myself, man, this is a guy I have to meet. Anyway, you know, that's when he got hooked on the pills pretty bad. Deep down, I guess I can't say that I'm surprised you're telling me he's gone. Oh. What is this for, then? Oh. Hey, man. happy birthday, brother. That's way better. Oh, I feel better about this whole.
How do I know Jonathan Gibson Tanner, or as people may know him as John, or G, as the kids in the school used to call him Mr. G? Jonathan and I met about 14, 15 years ago, could be more, and I don't remember. My mind is a little shot. Jonathan and I met in Christina's classroom when she used to have the first floor right in front of the science room. I think I was going in for an interview. I just got the job, and he walked into the room with a big poof. He had the biggest fro ever. Jonathan is a clown. Jonathan and I had our ups and downs. Most of the time it was more ups than downs. I love Jonathan. Jonathan, you're a realist. Jonathan is dope. Jonathan is humble. John, you are a clown, and you know how to fix someone's mood. And I love that about you. John, one highlight that I have with John that I would never forget, and to this day, every time we see each other, we still talk about it and we laugh like it just happened. I think it was like the end of the school year, and we were having a meeting, and at the time our boss Rachel was having a meeting, and John decides he wants to be John, and he decides he wants to sit here and take Christina's clip where she had on her hair, she had a hair clip on her hair, and he decided he wanted it to take the clip and throw it to the other side of the room, and then started to leap like a frog and literally saying ribbit, ribbit all over the place, and we couldn't contain ourselves from laughing. Everyone was just laughing, and Rachel, our boss at the time, was so pissed off and so red. She was looking like, what the hell is going on? And it was like, it's a moment you cannot forget, and we have impacted so many lives. You know, we worked with so many different children, and children who to this day know who you are, and they would never forget you. And you've taught them a lot, and you know, there was times where kids were going through what they were going through, and you were able to change their mood just by you being you, which is something that I love about you. Just for you being dope, you know, and being humble and a clown, all a mixture. And it just changed the way these kids were, and I really, you know, it really impacted me for seeing the way you were with them. It made me change how I was with the students as well. And I love that about you. You know how to change anybody's mood. You know, all you gotta do is walk into the room and just be you, and you cannot be in a bad mood when you're with John. It's impossible. And I love that about you. You're dope. You're humble. Kitty thinks so too. And happy 40th birthday. I got you a little balloon that I made by myself. Don't make fun of me. But here you go. G, happy birthday. Love you. And I wouldn't trade you for the world, and I thank you for marrying my best friend.
Do you even know what this is called? This is Jonathan's 40 for 40 documentary.
40 for 40?
Yeah. Like, you know how ESPN got that 30 for 30 thing?
Right.
He's turning 40, so he's naming it his 40 Jonathan.
I like that though, 40 for 40.
Yeah, it's catchy. I should have did
Sounds like a TV series.
Could be. He's doing a whole lot of filming thing with his own family. So.
What's the first memory that comes to your mind when you think of Jonathan?
First memory that comes to mind. I'm gonna have to say like when I first met him. I went to my grandparents' house when they stayed in Long Island, and I seen him for the first time. And I think like around this time he probably was like still in high school, like in the late years. He just had this I don't know if it was cocky, but it was some type of attitude. Like he just knew he was that guy. And I was looking at him like, who is this guy? And why is he acting like this? You know what I'm saying? But I remember that, and we were outside I was shooting on the hoop that was outside. And the way he just carried himself, it was just like he knew he was that guy. I didn't see it though, you know what I'm saying? I didn't see that, but you know. Hey, that's the first thing that comes to my mind when I think about him.
Okay, describe the funniest situation that you two have been in together.
That's too many to name, honestly. The only situations I can really think of is whenever he would come to visit. You know what I'm saying? Like whenever my uncle would tell me, like, oh, Jonathan's coming to visit for the weekend, or for the week or whatever the case is, I would be excited, like, oh, I'm about to have fun, about to, you know, back and forth picking on each other and stuff. Mind you, he's definitely got me beat by at least 8 years. I would say.
He's 8 years older than you.
Yeah, just about. So you gotta think. I'm probably mid-teenager, 15, 16 or whatever. He's already an adult, and I get excited about this guy coming to visit. But every time he came to visit, it was like he became that bully in school, man, that you see on TV. Like, you know what I'm saying? He would just do stuff just
He's
to get.
coming and everybody's running.
Yeah, and it's just like I'm trying to figure out, like, you know what, like how am I gonna make this trip different from the last? And I remember this one time he came to visit, and I probably said something smart to him. I probably deserved it, but me being me, I was just like, you know, I'm not gonna let this guy bully me. I'm not gonna let him get me mad. Like, I'm not gonna feed into it. And he came to visit, and he took my PlayStation controller and hid it for the whole weekend. I could not play my game for the whole weekend, and it's like
Well, he's made it seem like you don't need to play the game. He said,
but listen, I begged and I plead so much, like, just give it to me, please. Just give me my controller, please. I know you have it. And he was like, what are you talking about? I don't have it. Why would I take your controller? That's so childish. And I'm just looking at him like, I know you took it, you know. But I would tell my uncle, like, make him give it back. And the whole weekend I sat here and I just like, are you serious? You know, I'm in the house, I'm bored, and this man literally gave me my controller back.
The last day.
The last day of this trip. Before he walked out the house, he was like, here, man, this is where it was. I'll never forget that. That's not funny. It's funny now, but it wasn't funny then.
Back then, yeah. Of course, it's never funny. It's always funny though when you look back. Describe the relationship between you and Jonathan, past and present.
Past, it was rocky. Not in a bad sense. It was more a sense of, like, you know, like I said, we tease each other a lot. It was more of a kind of like a big brother, little brother type of thing. Whereas, like, you know, I love him. I know he loves me, but it's just like he gets on my nerves. I know I got on his nerves, but you know, whenever he needed somebody, you know, I was that go-to person, whether it was to make him laugh or something like that. And I remember, like, him always wanted me to do this Chappelle joke, man. This joke, every time he saw me, he was like, yo, you gotta do the joke, do the joke, do the joke.
The fridge. All right, I got some purple stuff, some Sunny D. As soon as you say Sunny D, all the kids go, yeah! Watch the black kid in the back. If you ever see that commercial again, look at that black kid. He'd be like, I want that purple stuff. That's drink, nigga. That is drink. They want drink.
In his life, he was himself. If opportunity knocks and he's not home, opportunity waits. He gave his father the talk. He is the most interesting man in the world.
I was just like, listen, I'll do it, but I was like, man, like, you gotta find something else for me to do. And then it was just like, you know, I would do it, and that's just what it was. So it was just like, you know, it was like a give and take type of relationship. Present time, man, it's still the same, except that, you know, that bully thing is just not there. You know, he's a different person.
Maybe it's because you're older now.
Oh yeah, he's older.
And
you
you're
know,
older.
I'm not going for that now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I will hurt you. You know that. But I love you. But yeah, he's a different person, and it's just to see him grow from the person that he was as a teenager, as a young adult, to the person that he is now. Like, I give him a whole lot of credit, because it's just like, I didn't see it coming.
The growth.
Yeah, I didn't see that. So a lot of respect to him for that.
All right, so talk about Jonathan and the impact he had on you.
Impact. I'm definitely not gonna sit here and sugarcoat anything. I would definitely say that comedy-wise, like when I tell you I thought I was funny, you know what I'm saying? Like when I thought I was funny, like, man, definitely takes it to another level, and it's just like I give him a lot of credit for that because I was funny just as a person, but he showed me like what sarcasm was.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so if you see my sarcasm and how I am, oh man, you gotta, his is like times 20, and it's just like, his is non-stop, like it's like back-to-back punches. So I definitely give him a lot of credit for the comedy that I have added to myself and the way I am and the way I joke with people and the way I say certain things. Like, oh my goodness, the way he would say anybody's name, especially my name. Like in my family, my nickname is Day Day. So the way he would say my name, it's like you knew trouble was coming. He would be like, Day Day. When he said that, I already knew, like, man, he's about to get on my nerves. I already know it's either that or he's about to get us into some trouble. Like, you know what I'm saying? So that I can definitely say for sure. As far as like life in general, he was one of the people that I called when I found out that I was actually going to be having a baby. And I asked him, but I'm like, you know, at this time he already had a kid, and I think I was just like, man, like what advice could you give me?
Right.
You know, I'm about to be doing this on my own. Like, I'm going to be by myself. What advice do you have that I could take with me? And he told me, he was like, you know, no matter what you do and how you talk to your kid as if you're talking to an adult.
Right.
And that stuck with me. I still do this with my daughter to this day, so I definitely thank him for that.
Right. Okay, so do you have any closing remarks or anything you wish to tell him?
Just keep doing what you're doing, man. I'm proud of you. I'm happy for you. I'm happy for the way things have turned out for you. Like, you know what I'm saying? I would have never thought he would have gotten married. So shouts out to him for that. He has a beautiful family. Overall, just a great person. You know what I'm saying? I wish you happy birthday, man. I love you. You know that. You know, I wish you many more. Can't wait to see you. Make sure that, you know, you let people know that I'm your favorite person outside of your family. You know what I'm saying? And I'm honored that you even asked me to be a part of this documentary. So I appreciate that. And I couldn't ask for a better person to, like, you know, go toe to toe with in this comedy world.
Remember the Sunny D commercial? All the kids would come rushing in from playing outside. They'd be like, okay, we have some purple stuff and we have some Sunny D. And as soon as the kids say Sunny D, they go, yeah! Watch that black kid in the back. Watch the black kid. He'd be like, I want that purple stuff. That's drink.
Jonathan, man. This dude. All right, let me rewind. 21 years. 21 years, and a legal drinking age ago. I've had genitals on my shoulder, just like sitting minding my own business. I've had a black man's genitals on my shoulder. Completely unsolicited, uncalled for. It happened on multiple occasions. I've been embarrassed as I've ever been in my life. And I will never forget some of those moments. I am traumatized. But yo, we won some chips. We won some chips, bro. We won some chips. You know, you get what you put in. And I didn't want you to always put it in, but you put it in sometimes. Yo, you better wish this motherfucker happy 40th birthday, because it's a futile mistake not to. This is my brother for life. My brother for life, who I love. And and I fucking hate him too, but yeah, it's you're 40.
You said I did what? Does that even make sense? Like, I'm a fully formed adult. I am extremely mature. I have a whole family and everything like that. I'm a contributing member of society. What would I look like doing that? I knew some kids who played that game. Like, I think it was called Nuts On. I remember they used to play it. And they used to say the whole thing was, like, if somebody did that to you, that you won. So it means that he won a lot. You know what I mean? So, like, if somebody did that to him, I would never do that to a person. But if somebody were to do that to him multiple times, like again and again and again and again and again, you know what I mean? Like, if somebody was to do that, it sounds like he just won a lot. You know what I mean? Like, it really sounds like he was a winner. And in all honesty, I don't know, maybe he should thank that person for making him a winner. I don't care, because that wasn't me, but like, think about it. That's all.
The police often question him just because they find him interesting. His beard alone has experienced more than a lesser man's entire body. His blood smells like cologne. He is the most interesting man in the world.
Hello? Hey, John, what's up? Yeah, I got it. It's right over here. Here you go. So, what is this? Is this like a script, Jonathan? Do I have to like memorize stuff? Oh. It's a list of stuff that I could use to make my video. Stuff about you. Greatest gift to the universe, Jonathan. What? What is this? You sure I can't just like, I don't know, make you something or something? Yeah. I'll figure it out. Alright, cool. I'll talk to you later. Bye. Hey kids, you want a color?
It's John's month, people. We're not quite over yet. I'm John's niece, the oldest niece, but me and him grew up more like brother and sister because we're 9 years apart. So it's been an interesting ride in relationship, being like a niece and sister kind of thing going on. There's a lot of memories that come to mind when I think about me and John's relationship. From doing little two-step dances, acting like he was a superhero, fainting, him throwing my grandparents' throw pillows on me and just shaking me to death. Never injured me, so, it's always a plus. But when I think about me and John's relationship growing up, there's one particular story that comes to mind, and thinking back about it, I don't know why I let him convince me to do this. I don't even know why I did it myself, but you're a kid and you do dumb things and whatever the case may be, and that's just what that was. So I go to him and I'm just like, I'm bored. He's like, go watch TV. Did that. Nothing on TV. Go eat a snack. Did that too. Really nothing that really I want. He's like, go read a book. Nah, not doing that. So I guess after all the options, he just ran down. It was just like, okay, well, go count all the walls in the house and come back with a number. Gotcha. And I literally counted all the walls in the house and came back with a number. And he looks at me and just like, did you really just do that? I'm like, yeah, pretty much. Mind you, I'm a kid, so now that I think back about it, it's like, why did I let him convince me to do that? Why did I even do that in the first place? Makes no sense. But to make matters worse, not only did I come back with a number, this fool's gonna ask me, did I count the ceilings and the floors too? I'm like, oh no. I'm about to go count them and realize, why am I doing this? Why did I even let him convince me to do this? And was just like, you're a jerk. And went to go went about my business and found something else to do. But yes, this is a true story. No, this is not a lie. And this was like one of the dumbest things I could ever think of that I've ever done as a kid and let somebody convince me to do. So, enjoy your John's month.
No, he doesn't. No, no, him.
I know something about him.
What?
He always told the bus driver where to go on the way to school, but it was the wrong way the whole time.
I did used to do that.
That's good. That's good.
But that's a lesson in what not to do, right? You shouldn't do that.
Don't do it.
Right.
Why do you do it?
I don't know.
Why do you do it?